Nina. But just understand that there's no way I'll ever change my mind. If you don't divorce Cliff, I'll give Bobby up for adoption to strangers. Cliff will never see his son again. And it'll be all your fault. In years to come, oh, Nina, he'll hate you for separating them. So think about that while you're making your decision.
Residence.
Sean.
Nina?
Yes. Look, I need to speak with you very quickly. Can you come over here?
Of course I can. Are you still at the new house?
Yes, I am.
I'll be right there. Well, I told you didn't need to worry, Mr. Cortland.
Has Sybil been there?
Well, she didn't say that, but it was obvious she was very upset. She wants me to come over right away.
Good. Now, you be very cautious, Sean. Don't overplay your hand, and under no circumstances...
Mr. Cortland,
she know that...
You must know me better than that by now.
Yes, I suppose I do. Well, you better get along, and good luck.
When I'm finished, Nina will be convinced that she must leave Cliff Warner.
Ah, Cliff. Oh, hi, Chuck. Just having a cup of coffee.
I'll join you. Hey, so your schedule? Bet you haven't had any lunch, have you?
You're right. Boy, when Dr. Cahill took his vacation, we didn't know Dr. Morrison was going to catch strep throat.
Yeah, well, maybe you ought to sit down for 5 minutes while you can.
Maybe you're right. Oh, yes, it feels good.
You would?
Oh, listen, let me show you something. Took these snapshots of Nina and Bobby a few weeks ago. This one's my favorite.
Bobby. That's terrific.
Isn't it? I'll tell you, they are wild about each other.
Yeah, I'd sure tell that. Dr. Warner, you are one lucky guy.
Oh, boy, don't I know it. I'm telling you, we're like a family. We are a family. I mean, Nina feels towards Bobby as if, he were her own son.
Will Sybil let you take care of him a good deal of the time?
Listen, Sybil has not shown a great deal of interest in spending any time with him. She keeps talking about picking him up for weekends, but it hasn't happened yet, and that's just fine with us.
Well, maybe you can definitely do something about it. Legally.
No, I agree. I think it should be very clearly understood that we have joint custody.
Good. My heavens. Look at, he really is a husky little guy, isn't he?
He really is. Nina just said the other day, it's so true. You never know how much you can love a baby till you have your own.
Yeah, you know who he looked? He looks just like... Sybil, what are you doing here? I thought it was your day off.
I'm lucky I didn't get some speeding ticket. But you sounded so upset.
I am. Sean, this is like an awful nightmare.
Well, when I was here at lunchtime, you were expecting Sybil to stop by, did she?
Yes. Oh, yes, she certainly did.
Is that why you're so upset? What did she say? What did she want to talk to you about?
Oh, Sean, it was so awful. It is so awful.
Seems to be working very well. In less than a year from now, I'll have Sean for my son-in-law.
Instead of that opportunistic bull.
Palmer? Oh, Sean?
The bank before it.
That he had a rather sizable amount to deposit before the end of the business day.
I see. Well, your grandson is fast asleep.
My grandson?
Well, I can't help but think of Bobby that way. Well, Nina's really his mother now as much as Cliff is his father.
Well, I certainly don't think like that.
Oh, but you gotta admit he's a little darling. I can't blame Nina for loving him as much as she does. And you shouldn't either.
I don't blame Nina for anything.
I wish you could go one step further, Palmer.
And what's that?
I wish you wouldn't blame Cliff for anything either.
Now, really, Donna, let's not get into that.
No, Palmer, please, will you just hear me out, please? Look, I know that night we had him over to dinner was... Okay, it was a disaster.
Mm-hmm.
It was really just a silly misunderstanding.
A silly misunderstanding? Out of the generosity of my heart, I offered to pay for the house that Nina and her husband are buying, and he rudely refused me.
He's got pride. Palmer, he wanted to buy the house himself and not be beholden to you or anybody. But that should prove to you that he doesn't want any of your money.
He's after much more than that tiny little house. No, he wants to get his hands on Nina's inheritance someday.
Oh, I don't believe you. You're not still thinking that Cliff's the one who took that gun from your cabinet.
I wouldn't be a bit surprised.
Well, you're wrong. You're just dead wrong, that is all. And you're making both Nina and me so miserable with this attitude you've got toward Cliff.
Oh, Donna, don't be ridiculous.
I'm not. It's true. Palmer, I just can't feel the same way about you when you feel this way about Cliff.
Well, I'm sorry to hear that.
It makes me very unhappy. Oh, Palmer, please. Won't you just tell me you'll make one more effort to mend your fences with Cliff? Please?
Is that what you really want?
More than anything in the world. Will you do it?
Well, if it'll make you happy, yes, I will.
Oh, thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
Yeah, it is my day off, but I did some shopping for Shirley Fawcett, and I brought the things over here.
Yeah.
How are you, Cliff?
Oh, fine, fine. How are you?
Couldn't be better. How's Nina?
She's fine. We bought a house.
Yeah, I think I heard about that.
Yeah. Bobby's got his own room all to himself. Have to come see it sometime.
You know, I really would love to.
Oh, well, I'll mention that to Nina. Perhaps we can invite you over soon.
Wonderful.
Oh, listen, I have a patient in the recovery room. I'm going to go check on him right now. Good to see you, Chuck.
Yeah, see you, Cliff.
Bye, Sybil.
Bye, Cliff.
Cliff's become a very fine surgeon.
Yes, he has.
Yeah. Well, how was everything with you?
It's just peachy dandy.
Sybil, may I pay you a compliment?
Oh, sure. I'm always ready for one of those.
I think it's very generous of you to let Nina and Cliff take care of Bobby a lot of the time.
Oh, well, he was telling you about that?
Well, he just mentioned it. It's not a secret, is it?
Oh, no, not at all.
Yeah. Well, I just think that it's very nice of you to do that. I don't think it's good for... I think everybody has to have some recreation sometime, you know. It's not good just concentrating on taking care of a baby.
Well, that's true.
And I know that Cliff and Nina really love Bobby, and they like spending time with him. Besides, that way you can make a new start at your life.
You know, you're right, Chuck. And that's exactly what I'm planning to do. In fact, I'm working on that new life right now.
Sybil said that? I don't believe it.
I tell you, Sean, it's like a terrible nightmare.
She would give Bobby up for adoption?
Yes. Oh, she would give him to strangers as far away as she could, just so Cliff couldn't see him again.
Well, why doesn't she let you adopt him?
Sean, I asked her that. I pleaded with her to let us adopt him. Don't you see? It's because she hates me so much. And she just wants to break up my marriage to Cliff.
Oh, that's why she said if you divorce Cliff, she'll keep Bobby and let Cliff have joint custody.
Right. Because she hopes that one day she'll be able to marry him.
Cliff would never agree to that.
No. Not if he knew the truth about her.
Well, you're not going to tell him.
I don't know. I don't know what to do. She says that if I tell Cliff about Bobby, then he's going to lose him.
Do you think that would be so hard on Cliff?
Yes. He loves Bobby very much. And so do I.
But of course you're planning to have children of your own.
Yes. Yes, we are, but nothing's happened yet.
And what?
And Sybil said that if she did take away Bobby, it would ruin my marriage. That Cliff would see little boys on the street Bobby's age and just always wonder if that was Bobby. And eventually he would hate me for it.
Do you think that's true?
I don't know. I don't know what to think, and that's why I wanted you to come over and talk to me so you could help. Because I don't know what to do. What can I do?
Ziploc sandwich bags. There's no better way to protect your investment.
When your feet are dirty, you wipe them on the mat before you come into this house.
My feet ain't dirty.
You've got mud on the soles of your shoes.
Oh, is that a fact?
And I don't want any of your lip. You've just finished tracking up a vacuum that carpet that I'm vacuuming.
Oh, well, now, ain't this just a national disaster?
You go right back out and wipe your feet like I told you to. Go on now. Of your way to be nasty. With a little more effort, you could just be nice.
It's just my nature.
Where are your school books?
In school, where they belong.
How are you going to do your homework if your books are in school? And don't tell me that you don't have any homework to do.
Look, it ain't your business, old lady.
You stop calling me old lady.
My mistake, old man.
Hi, Bess.
Jesse, I'm glad you're here. That's why I took a chance and came home from work for a few minutes.
Checking up on me, huh?
No. I want you to come back to the hospital with me. I have a job interview for you.
A what?
You heard me. There is a job for you at the hospital.
Well, I already got a job.
You told me that place had been closed down.
Well, they're going to open it up again. The head man told me, so I'm going back today.
Jesse, listen to me. You don't need to be working in a sleazy joint like that, especially at your age. Now, at the hospital, they understand that you are my nephew and everything will be all right.
Yeah, and you can keep an eye on me, right?
That's the best idea I've heard yet.
I'm not trying to do that, really. But with your record, you do not need to be working in a place that stands a chance of being raided all the time. Now, I think the hospital is pretty clear in that regard. So what do you say? Will you come back with him?
Now, what's the job?
Kitchen help, dishwasher.
Forget it.
There are 100 kids that would love that job.
Good, then give it to them 100 kids, because I don't want it.
Why don't you just use your head for once?
And why don't you just shut up for once?
Jesse, don't talk that way to your Aunt Bess.
Hey, man, you tell her not to talk that way to me. And you listen, they killed my mother at that hospital. There's no way I'm going to set foot in that place again. You dig?
Where are you going?
None of your business.
Jesse, come back here.
Hey, man, you try me like you Superman.
Hank, that boy is nothing but trouble. You've got to face it.
He is just going through a terrible time. You know how he felt about his mother.
But, honey, there's no need for him to take it out on the rest of us, saying that the hospital killed his mother.
We just need a little patience, all right?
Maybe you do, but I don't. I told Nancy I cannot take him.
Aunt Bess, please don't say that.
I've got to be honest, honey. And I'm not just thinking of myself. I'm thinking about the bad influence he has on Carl. The way he talks to you and Nancy. Carl will be imitating him soon. You mark my words.
Bess, please. We need you here. We all need you here. But especially Carl.
Sweetheart, I love you and Nancy and little Carl. As though you were my own children, but I can't take any more. I had it with him. I cannot go on staying here with that nasty young man.
Hey, you gonna have a cup of coffee?
Oh, man, get out of my face.
How about a cigarette? Have a nice day.
Yo, Huey. Getting ready for some heavy business this evening, huh?
Yeah, we're gonna be a little slow tonight, but we ought to be going real good by tomorrow night. If the cops don't shut us down again.
Hey, I thought you said the boss man was going to take care of them.
He ought to be all right. Gotta hire some new help.
Wait a minute. You ain't thinking of replacing me, are you?
No, I'm talking about the girls. This last bust, some of the scared away some of the underage chicks. And you ain't 18 yourself yet, are you?
Oh, man, I know and see more than a lot of people that are 50 years old already.
I don't doubt that. But you might be better off not working here, kid.
Hey, I don't want to work no place else.
I'm not talking about wanting. I got a pretty good idea you've already had a few scrapes with the cops, right?
Hey, well, ain't nobody ever put me away. Nobody's going to either.
Yeah, well, there's always a first time. You can work in a safer place, kid.
I was just offered what you call a safe job. I turned it down, man. It ain't my style. Besides, for a man like me, there is no such place as a safe place in my life. And that's just the way I like it. So, what you got for me to do around here, huh?
I'm sorry. It's just that I'm so upset.
Hey, I understand. It's something to be upset about.
How can she do this to us, Sean?
Well, knowing Sybil, I guess I'm not really that surprised. She's a very determined person. Not that I thought she'd ever pull anything like this, but she's pretty tough.
I suppose she is.
You asked me what I thought you should do.
Yes, please.
You do trust me, don't you, Nina?
You're a very good friend to me, Sean.
Well, you might not want to hear what I have to say, but you've got to understand, I'm only thinking about your ultimate happiness.
It worked! Let's go!
Whatever I do, I give it my all. Even laundry.
Sybil.
Oh, well, you better sit here. It's the only vacant table in the place.
Well, I think you're right. It does look pretty crowded.
Yeah, well, the outpatients come down here in the summertime after their appointments.
Oh, well, when I was at the clinic, we used to take coffee and tea breaks every few minutes. Just seems like it was part of the therapy.
Yeah, well, it obviously did you a world of good.
Yes, well, I don't think I'll ever take another drink.
Well, I meant to tell you the other night how well you looked when I ran into you at the chateau, but you left so quickly.
Well, I told you, Betsy was babysitting for us, and I just didn't feel like we should keep her out very late, you know, impose on her.
Yeah, but you were hardly there any time at all. I thought maybe, maybe it was because of Sean Cuddy.
204. No, not at all.
Dr. Clayton. It doesn't bother you to see him anymore?
204. Yes, it does bother me to see him, but it's not because I care about him at all. I just certainly don't like to think about what a fool I made of myself over him.
Yeah, well, I can understand that bothering you. But I'm sure Raleigh's forgiven you, hasn't he?
The point is, I don't know if I will ever forgive myself.
Yeah, I know, but what I meant was, you and Raleigh, you have your marriage back on a good basis, don't you?
Well, we're working very hard at it, and I'm very optimistic.
Oh, yeah, it's wonderful. I'm really happy for you.
Thank you.
Sybil?
Hey, Rick, come on, join us.
I'll take you up on that.
Medical.
Mainly since there doesn't seem to be another seat around.
Flattery will get you nowhere.
Medical.
Devin, this is a friend of mine, Rick Kincaid. Rick, Devin McFadden.
Devin, nice to meet you.
Thank you. Nice to meet you.
Did you see the new wing they're building onto the hospital?
Yeah.
Well, Rick here is helping them build that, aren't you, Rick? You should see him up there in those high girders. He's like Catman.
Well, flattery's going to get you no place either.
Yeah, I found that out a long time ago. Well, I have to go anyway. I have some pressing business. And don't start coming on to Devin. She's a very married woman.
Sybil, you know me better than that.
Unfortunately, I do. See you later, Devin.
Yeah, I'll see you, Sybil. Bye.
Bye. Well, Sybil, an old friend of yours?
No, not really. A friend of a friend. Sybil was my friend's roommate when they were student nurses.
Well, now, you wouldn't be talking about Betsy Kennicott, R.N., would you?
Yes. As a matter of fact, I am talking about Betsy Kennicott. Do you know her?
Yeah. Not as well as I'd like to, though.
Oh, well, that sounds sort of interesting.
Not so far.
Well, gee, why don't you ask her out for a date?
I have. Now, we've been out once.
Well, I suggest you just follow up on that. After all, it's not leap year, you know?
Yeah, I'd like to do that, but if you're a good friend of hers, you must know that there's a problem.
A problem?
Oh, yeah, she's tangled up with some other guy.
Oh, wait. I'm so glad Miss Martin lent us her car. I'd hate to be trying to find my way around here on a bus.
You know, Mama, you really used up a lot of gas.
Yeah?
Better get the car filled up before we go back.
Never you mind. The kind of money the Martins got, they're much better able to fill up their gas tank than I am. Honey, can you see that street name up there? Oh, wait, I think I can read it. Yeah, I think we're going in the right direction. Well, what's the matter with you? You don't seem too excited about all this. Put on some more lipstick, baby. Fluff your hair up a little bit.
I don't know what there's to be excited about, Mama.
What are you talking about? First agent we meet, and he has a job interview for you in a nightclub?
I don't know what kind of nightclub there's going to be in this neighborhood.
Well, some good ones, maybe. You never can tell. Jenny, you shouldn't look down your nose at everything. You know, I hear a lot of Broadway plays come to Center City do their tryouts, and I bet all them producers and big stars hang out in these clubs afterwards. Well, that could really lead to something big for you, baby, so you better not blow it. Just make sure you don't tell anybody how old you really are, okay?
Mama, that agent didn't even say what I was supposed to do when I get...
Well, we'll find out when we get there, that's all. Honey, you should be thankful that we're getting this break so soon.
Mama, what if this nightclub stays open real late? How will I keep up with school?
Well, if you can't, then you can't, that's all.
Mama, I really want to finish high school.
Jenny, when are you going to get your priorities straight, girl? Your career ought to be the most important thing in your life. Good heavens, a person can get a high school diploma any old time. Get that mascara on now, put on real thick. Oh, I think it looks like we're getting close to the number, baby. Why, yes, look, Jenny, there's the sign.
What's best for you in the long run. And I'm afraid that Sybil's right.
What? You agree with Sybil? You think I should divorce Cliff?
No, Nina, I don't agree with Sybil about anything. I think what she's doing is absolutely terrible. You have to know that. But since she's given you this ultimatum, I don't see what choice you have.
But you want me to tell Cliff I don't love him anymore. You want me to end my marriage.
If you don't, I know Sybil will carry through with her threat to give Bobby away to strangers in order to break up your marriage. Now, it's terrible, but that's what she wants, and she's not going to stop at anything to get it.
But Bobby is better off with us, Sean. She doesn't care about his future.
Obviously, she doesn't, since she said that the only way she will share custody with Cliff is if you divorce her.
Right. And that's so eventually she can marry him. I'm not going to give up the man I love to Sybil Thorne. I'm not going to let her blackmail me like that.
But what else can you do?
I can call Cliff, and I can tell him the whole thing.
No, Nina, you don't want to do that.
That's what I do want to do, Sean. Cliff will think of something. He won't let Sybil do this to us.
I don't think you should call.
Well, I think I should. Yes, may I speak to Dr. Warner, please? This is his wife calling.
All My Children will continue in a moment.
Maybe I shouldn't have said anything. I mean, maybe you didn't know about it.
Oh, no, of course I knew about it. I told you Betsy and I are very good friends. I just didn't realize you knew she was involved with someone. Did she tell you that?
No, that's Sybil told me, which Betsy was kind of mad about.
Did Sybil tell you that this man is married?
Yeah, I didn't want to say anything, though.
Do you know his name?
No. Why, do you?
Yeah.
Well, listen, don't tell me. It's none of my business, and I don't want to know. I just don't want Betsy to get hurt, that's all.
Well, it's very nice of you to be so concerned about her.
Yeah, I can see you're concerned, too.
Yes, I am. I certainly am.
And listen, I gotta get going. It's real nice to meet you. Oops, sorry.
Sorry.
And I hope to see you again sometime. Maybe meet your husband.
Yes, that'd be nice.
Okay. Well, listen, take care now.
Yeah.
Oh, my God. It's true. Wally is in love with Betsy.
Cliff's tied up?
He's in OR right now. But they said that he could call me in about 15 minutes.
Nina, do you really think it's wise to talk to Cliff over the telephone when you're emotional like this?
Sean, of course I'm emotional because I don't want Sybil to do this to us.
Nina, I know how you feel. It's outrageous, but how do you think you're going to stop her from it? I mean, just think about it. Listen, don't answer it now. You're too upset. They'll go away.
No. It's all right. I'll be fine.
Tom, hello. Oh, well, look, we went by your apartment, and the super told us where you were, so, well, we thought we'd come by and see the new house.
If that'll be all right.
Sure. Come in here.
Thank you.
Wow, this place is really... hello, Sean.
Brooke, Tom, what are you doing here, young brother? Oh, Nina's father sent me over with a few things.
Ah. Well, aren't you going to welcome us back to Pine Valley?
Well, yes, I sure am. Welcome back.
Good to see you, Sean.
Good to see you again.
That's good to see you. I missed you.
I've really missed you, too. But I'm so happy to see how wonderfully everything is working out for you. I mean, look at this. Your own house. It's just adorable.
Well, we thought that we'd be very happy here.
Oh, of course you will. Oh, Tom, wouldn't you love to have a house like this?
I sure would.
Yeah.
Especially as soon as we have someone to put in a nursery the way Cliff and Nina do.
Is Bobby here? I'd love to see him.
Oh, yes.
No, Donna's taking care of him this afternoon.
Oh, well, we'll see him another time. You have him quite a bit now, don't you?
It certainly worked out that way.
Well, I'm certainly sure Sybil is glad it's worked out that way, too. Now, look, if there's anything I can do to help you move in, you please let me know.
That goes for both of us. Oh, you may want to use the pickup truck from the goalpost. If you do, just feel free.
Oh, thank you.
Nina, are you feeling all right?
Why?
Well, because your eyes look red.
Oh, it's the fumes, the paint fumes. I'm allergic to them. In fact, that's why I didn't want Bobby to be here this afternoon.
Oh, well, now, look, if we wouldn't be disturbing you, could we get the grand tour?
Yeah, the grand tour.
Of course.
Yeah?
This is the living room.
All right.
And be careful, because there's all sorts of stuff on the floor.
Okay.
And this is the kitchen. Oh, excuse me. I think it's Cliff.
about being underage.
Okay. Okay. Ha! Yes, ha. Bring me that empty can over there in the bar. Over there.
The can on the bar, yes.
And get a mop, a bucket, and start on this floor.
Solid.
Come on in. Like this is the place.
Can I help you?
Well, actually, we were sort of hoping that we might be able to help you. Are you the owner of this place?
The manager?
Oh, well, then you're probably the one who does all the hiring of the talent. Is that correct?
What kind of talent?
Well, this is my daughter, Jenny Gardner, and I am her mother, Opal. This talent agent, have his card right here. He said that you might be looking for somebody with Jenny's beauty and ability. You know that agent, don't you?
Oh, sure, I know him. A lot better than you do, lady.
Well, that's probably true. We just arrived here last night from California. Jenny, say hello to, excuse me, I don't believe I caught your name.
Yeah, call me Huey.
Say hello to Huey, darling.
Walk over there, honey.
You're real nice, too. It's nice when you're so friendly. I like that quality in a person.
Turn around, all the way around.
So, very pleased to make your acquaintance, Huey.
Yeah. Jenny, huh?
Oh, well, Jennifer, that's her real name. She uses her full name professionally, Jennifer Gardner.
Did this agent tell you what kind of talent we was looking for?
No, he actually didn't say specific, you know. I guess he just figured you should take a look at my girl and size up her, what is the word, potential for yourself.
The only openings we got are for waitresses.
Waitress? Oh, well, now, I've always told Jenny that one has to start someplace. Of course, she did a lot better things than waiting on table out on the coast.
Sure, sure.
Well, we had to come out here, you see, for family reasons. And, well, beggars can't be choosers now, Jenny. After all, Hollywood is a long way from Pine Valley.
Yes, it is. How old are you, kid?
Oh, no, she's going on 17.
You putting me on?
No, we're not. She's got a real young face, and I figured that is all to the good in this business, what with time flying the way that it does. Tell the man how old you are, baby.
I'm almost 17.
That's right.
You through with high school and everything?
You bet she is. Listen, my baby was so smart, they let her graduate at 15 years of age. Say, Huey, it doesn't look like you do too much business in this place.
We just reopened after redecorating.
Oh, redecorating, huh? Well, you did a right nice job. So what about it? She got this job or not?
Well, if you sure swear she's 18, she can work till midnight. I'll take her on.
Oh, all right. Listen, I'll swear to anything. How much is pay?
Just standard minimum wage.
Uh-huh.
Plus tips, and that's up to her.
Oh, I'm not worried about my Jenny getting big tips. Why, all the men just love her. She's so sweet, so attractive.
I'm sure they do.
Yeah.
Well, Jenny, there's an outfit you got to wear if you're going to work here.
Oh, outfit.
What size are you?
She's a perfect stick.
Okay.
Mama, this place is awful. I hate it.
Shut up.
But till midnight, Mama. I'll never get through high school.
Listen, this man thinks that you have already finished high school. Don't you go messing it up.
I'm just going to be an ordinary waitress with a bunch of icky guys trying to grab hold of me, Mama. I don't want to work here. I don't. Ow!
How many times do I have to tell you I am not the least bit interested in what you want? I want you to just do as I tell you and keep your mouth shut about it. Have you got that straight?
Yeah.
I guess Betsy's tangled with another guy. Yeah, I know he's married.
Martin, this is Devin. Yeah, I'm fine, thank you. How are you? Good, good. I'm glad to hear that. Well, Bonnie's just fine, thank you. Listen, I was wondering if Betsy's there. Oh, I see. All right. Well, when she gets home, would you just ask her to call me, please? No, wait a minute. Better yet, tell her to come over here. I'd like to talk to her. Thank you very much. Bye.
Clean your bathrooms out with sandpaper? Never. But if you clean it with scouring powder, you're...
On One Life to Live.
That wasn't a nice thing you did, trying to trick Jenny into telling you when she and Peter are getting married.
How soon is the wedding?
Let her get married in peace.
Cat, come on. I have to know when they're getting married.
And on General Hospital.
Hi, Hanson.
After a day together in their tropical hideaway, Luke and Laura spend a night of passion, alone on the island of mystery. One Life to Live, General Hospital, love in the afternoon.
We could have a picnic outside around the pool. Well, Bobby will love it outdoors. We could get him a little wading pool to sit and splash around in. Oh, that'd be a lot better than something sit-down formal inside. Don't you think so? Palmer, over here.
What?
What's wrong with you today? You're nervous as a cat.
Oh, no. I was just concerned about Sean. He should be back from the bank by now.
Look, there was probably a long line. Now, he'll be back any minute, so relax. Here, come sit down and help me plan this party.
Hello, Cliff?
Sorry to disappoint you, Nina.
Who is... is this Frank?
Yeah, look, Cliff asked me to call you. He got your message, but he is still tied up in emergency surgery.
Oh.
And he said that since it's getting so late in the afternoon that perhaps he should just meet you at the apartment, unless, of course, there's some urgency. So do you want me to give him any message?
No. No, that's all right. No message. Just ask him to get home as soon as he can, and I'll just talk to him then.
Will do. And congratulations on the new house. I understand it's terrific.
Yeah, it is very nice.
Well, Nancy and I would love to see it.
Well, you have to come by sometime then. Look, Frank, thank you for calling. Bye-bye. I wanted to talk to Cliff, but he's in emergency surgery.
Oh, hey, you two. I know Nina wouldn't say anything, but I know she has some measuring to do in the kitchen because I'm going to help her do it. So.
Oh, well, we shouldn't keep you.
Actually, we just stopped by to say hello anyway.
Well, no, I really don't have...
Nina, you know how much work you have to do. Now, you'll enjoy entertaining Brooke and Tom a lot more once that's all finished.
Sean, right, Nina. I'll wait till it's finished for that grand tour. And as I said, if there's anything I can do to help, please let me know.
There's no job too big or too small, okay?
Thank you. Okay. You know, you better do something about that pain allergy if you're going to be around it too much. It really looks like it's bothering you. I will.
We'll see you later, Nina.
Bye-bye.
Bye, Sean. So long.
Bye-bye. Sean, why did you tell them I had something to do with the kitchen?
Because I have to get back to your father's, and I would feel terrible if I left without talking to you a little more. I owe that to our friendship.
Well, I don't want to talk to you anymore if you're going to still say that Sybil's right and I should leave Cliff.
Nina, I don't think Sybil is right at all. Surely you must trust me more than that. I want your happiness more than I want my own. Don't you know that?
I do value your friendship, Sean.
In my opinion? For your own good?
Cliff and I love each other very much, and we belong together.
Nina, this may seem like a cruel question. But do you think Cliff loves you as much as he loves his son?
That's not a fair question. There's a different relationship between a son and a father.
I realize that. And of course, I've never had a son myself. But from what I hear, it's a bond that's stronger than anything else. Especially when the man spends time with his son like Cliff has with Bobby.
Look, there's a bond between the three of us because we are a family.
But Sybil won't let it stay like that. And if you say something to Cliff now, of course he's going to tell Sybil to take Bobby and get lost. But do you think That's what he really wants inside. I'm thinking about the future. Your future. When you're older, and you won't have as much time to rebuild your life.
Do you think that he'll resent me?
I don't think he would admit it. But yes, I think it would slowly turn his love into hate.
Oh, I couldn't stand that.
And it would kill you to live that way. That's why I think you have to try to think about this as realistically as you can. Now, I know how difficult that's going to be. But you and Cliff have had a beautiful life together. But I just feel that Sybil has made it impossible for you to go on. You have two choices. Put a quick end to your marriage, or see it die a slow death.
Nothing works around here.
I mean, but it really keeps you in style. You make difference.
This is Joan London. Tomorrow, Crystal Gale. Next week, Dionne Warwick, Kim Carnes, and Lynn Redgrave on Good Morning America.
Tonight, Mork breaks Ork's biggest rule and gets ordered to go back home on Mork and Mindy. Then on Bosom Buddies, Kip's hot temper lands him out on the street after he tells off his boss. After, Barney Miller can't believe his eyes when he finally sees Harris's decoy blue movie. Will Clint and Pat discover more than just friendship? Watch One Life to Live, following an ABC News brief, next.